So today I want to talk to you about what are the things that I wish someone had have told me before I had my thyroid removed or before I went in for the surgery. Okay, if you're like me, I literally put off my total thyroidectomy surgery for years because whenever I would jump online and I would look up what life was like after having a total thyroidectomy, I would read all these horrible things about, living with hypothyroid essentially, because that's what happens. You probably know that. So let's get into it. I'm going to try and make this really quick and short. Here goes. Okay, so number one, this is going to sound a little bit scary. But right now, all of the things that you've read about hypothyroid, so the things like weight gain, dry hair, dry skin, lethargia, depression, not being able to struggling to get out of bed, you're going to face all of them. They're all going to happen to you. But this is the thing. You don't have those things, issues, whatever, all the time. They're not there all the time. And you learn that you can manage them. Nobody ever says that online. You always read about, I live with hypothyroid and I'm this and that. But nobody ever tells you that it's manageable and you quickly figure out how to fix things when you feel things aren't quite right. So for example, when you get pins and needles in your legs, that is an indication that your body is low in iron. When your hair's falling out really bad because it happens periodically, that's when your body isn't absorbing the vitamin D. So just in case you don't know, once you're hypothyroid, your body struggles to absorb nutrients from the vegetables that you eat. It becomes more important to sort of eat really nutritious because those vitamins help to, maintain and level out your hormones. So number two, this one is my favorite one. Once you have your thyroid removed, the irony of this ailment is that you are going to become a healthier person. Now, I was a pretty healthy person before I had my thyroid removed. I know everyone kind of thinks that, but I really was. But I am an even healthier person today than what I was before. And the reason for that is there's a lot of things, but the main one, and one that you, again, probably haven't heard, is if you're like me, before I had my thyroid removed, I hated going to the doctor. I never went to the doctor. I only went if I was sick, so if I had a cold or something. Now, once you've had your thyroid removed, you have to go to the doctor to get your blood checked, just because every now and then they need to check your levels and to make sure that your body is absorbing the medication. So when you go to the doctor's surgery, they're not just checking your thyroid, they're screening your blood for all sorts of things. For cancer, they check your blood pressure, they check your iron levels and all your other vitamin levels as well. Well, at least they do in Australia. And so what that does is it forces you to address any other issues that might come up. And it kind of really holds you accountable. Because I know a lot of people have that mentality of, if I don't know, it won't happen, it won't kill me. What you don't know won't kill you, I think. Is that the saying? But really, that's not true. So what this does is it sort of forces you to deal with anything that might come up on top of your thyroid levels. Because you become healthier also, because your weight does become super sensitive. So you do easily gain weight if you eat chocolate once you have your thyroid removed, like literally the next day. Because you become so reactive to food, you become more conscious about what you're putting into your mouth, which is ultimately a good thing. So you learn to stay away from things like heavily processed foods. If you ate a lot of them before, you can't get away with it when you have your thyroid removed. You avoid like lots of starchy foods. You'll just know straight away. You'll know once you eat something, the next day you'll feel fatter, literally. Okay, so the third one is something that, look, this took me a few years to figure out. So I hope that I'm really helping you guys by giving you the heads up on this one. The third thing is you're going to learn and understand the importance of cortisol and what that has on the hypothyroid. So cortisol, for any of you that don't know, is all about stress. So in my case, for example, I had to really figure out how to lower my stress in my life. And so I took up meditation and yoga, and it literally changed my life. I don't know if I would have gone down that path if I hadn't had my thyroid removed. But cortisol and stress, when your cortisol levels increase, it affects the absorption of thyroxine. It makes you gain weight, it makes your hair fall out, and you could be doing exactly the same thing 6 months prior when you weren't having these symptoms. So cortisol becomes really important for you to monitor. So it makes you address things in your life, whether it's a bad relationship, a bad marriage, a bad job, or even toxic friends. It makes you make the necessary changes that in order to feel better physically. And that's a good thing, right? Okay, the fourth thing, and I think you guys are really going to like this one. The fourth thing is that you will never again have to do high intensity cardio. Okay. If you're someone like me who hates exercise, when you exercise, this is also linked to cortisol. When you exercise, if you feel like you're about to die, and it's, you know how some people say, oh, it's hard in the beginning and then you just push through and then you get that euphoric feeling. That has never happened to me in my life. Even when I was super fit, it always feels like hell to me. That is generally an indication that you are somebody that is very sensitive to cortisol. So, again, with what I was saying in point 3, cortisol being really important, high intensity cardio actually increases your cortisol because you're stressed out. You're thinking, oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do this. And so it's increasing your stress and cortisol. So what you need to do, and like I said, this took me so long to figure out, are things like yoga, resistance training exercises, which are things like squats, push-ups. What are those push-ups? Sit-ups. Is it lateral push-ups? I don't know. The bicep ones. Things like that. And the other one is interval training. So that's when you exercise for 30 seconds and then break for 30 seconds, sometimes even a little longer. So you exercise, stop, take a breather, catch your breath, so you're not like feeling like, oh my God, I'm gonna die, I can't do this. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. That is going to get you the body you had before you had your thyroid removed. Take it from me, it works. Okay, and so the fifth and last one. Don't worry. Yes, you're going to have all of these different things going on in your body, like the joint pain, the hair loss, like I mentioned earlier. All these things are going to feel so different, and you might not notice them in the first year. You might notice them in the second or third year, but you will learn how to manage them. I promise you, you really will. You know, it's not normal. When I meet people and they're like, oh, I fall asleep at my computer all the time. That's not normal. If that's happening to you with your hypothyroid state, go and see the doctor. Something isn't balanced. You can fix that. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. You're not living this like painful life once you have your thyroid removed. So that's it, guys. I hope that I've made you feel a lot better if you're about to have your total thyroidectomy surgery. If you've got any questions or anything you want to know, ask me in the comments down below. I really hope that, I hope that this has helped you, because like I said, I was someone that was so apprehensive about having my thyroid removed. I put it off for 6 years. And ultimately, I really do feel like my life has been enriched by it in so many ways, in so many little blessings that nobody ever told me or talks about online. And I am actually, ironically, really grateful for it.